election, he needed to just give up. But SCTYL, that's a place where all of this information was cycling through. Not supposed to, but it was. And actually, there was a German that, as I was told, there was a tweet in German from Germany that the U.S. Army had gone in and seized the SCTYL server. They're going through bankruptcy right now. So there's all kinds of games being played. And I had suggested that the president might get information from SCTYL, and the next day before, and I sent him specifics that he needed to get that would show a lot of fraud. And the next day before that information could be gotten, somebody ordered the U.S. Army, according to the tweet, to go in and seize the server. There are people involved inside the government that have been trying to take this president down, State Department, Intel community, and FBI, and also
and the integrity of the vote, you are being lied to. The biggest lie of all is that somehow our state's voting systems are not connected to the internet. We hear them say this all the time. Now, that may be true for the individual machines. It may not be, by the way, but it is certainly not true for all of the state and county databases. In fact, it's an absolute myth that it's not connected to the internet. Your votes, in many cases, are being stored on a server in Frankfurt, Germany. Cybersecurity investigators tell me they can prove the nation's largest provider of election software, a system used in 28 states, not only uses servers in Germany, but it's also possibly infected by a malware called Q-Snatch. Investigators at Allied Security Operations based in Dallas tell me that they have found malware embedded in the software source code, which could be responsible for everything we're seeing right now. If that's true, even the nation's cybersecurity agency, CISA, warns Q-Snatch would allow hackers to find everything they would need to change votes in election databases across the country. Allied's co-founder, Russ Ramsland, told me he is not surprised he found Q-Snatch with the system as vulnerable as it is. He told this to podcast America Can We Talk?
We can even see malware sitting there collecting all the credentials of all the county workers everywhere who are submitting information up, which means you can now go back into the county and change votes there too.
Well, could this be what's responsible for all the malicious things we're seeing out there during this election? Maybe. He says because the voter results travel across a wide internet spectrum, from the county to the state, from the county to the election management companies, from there to the Associated Press, and ultimately the media, hackers, he says, can actually make changes to votes in the cloud and backload those changes into county databases. He also says he has proof that it's
We found ways to change the tabulation software itself. I'm going to show you an example of that in Kentucky in a minute. We found ways to change the database itself. We found ways to go into both of these and change the software that they have that again gets loaded into the equipment here, that goes to the equipment here.
Why is the media not talking about this? I want you to watch what happens in this video from 2019, where the Kentucky governor's race gets updated in real time on the CNN screen. Watch this.
This is some amazing video that you're seeing from CNN.
There that CNN cut away from the update immediately when the Democrat, Andy Beshear, has 673,948 votes to Matt Bevin's 235,000 votes. Now watch when we back up the video and freeze the frame. Beshear goes to 674,508 votes, and Matt Bevin loses 560 votes, taken away from him. Now, if that happened in 2019, you better believe that it can happen today. In fact, last night on this program, we told you about Donald Trump losing a total of 10,000 votes from 3 Pennsylvania counties at the exact same moment. Suspicious, to say the least. So the Democrats wanted hard evidence of election fraud. I believe this is at least credible evidence. At the very least, it's enough evidence to launch an investigation. One state that is seeing similar voting irregularities is Georgia. So after the Trump campaign demanded a recount by hand of all ballots cast in Georgia this morning, the Republican Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, announced that he will get that hand recount done. To discuss
be hacked. There's no question about that. Their machines can be hacked, but it's far worse than that. Well, Dominion is a company that's owned by another company called Smartmatic through an intermediary company named Indra. Smartmatic is a company that was formed way back in about 2004, 2003, 2004. You're going to be astonished when I tell you how it was formed. It was formed really by 3 Venezuelans who were very close to the dictator Chavez of Venezuela, and it was formed in order to fix elections. That's the company that owns Dominion. Dominion is a Canadian company, but all of its software is Smartmatic software. So the votes actually go to Barcelona, Spain. So we're using a foreign company that is owned by Venezuelans who are close to Chavez, are now close to Maduro, have a history. They were founded as a company to fix elections. They have a terrible record, and they are extremely hackable. So, I mean, Texas made the right decision. What the heck was Georgia doing hiring this company? I'll tell you what they were doing. The lobbyist for Dominion was the former chief of staff for the governor.